Hey there, Titans. Today, we're going to be talking about how to configure signer types in Titan Sign. So what we've got here is a really cool new feature where we're going to be able to not just have a normal signer on our document, but actually different signer types who have different kinds of permissions on our document and play different roles on our signing process. So I've got a basic sign document here just with one signer. We'll call him signer 1. And I also want to have a reviewer and someone that gets CC'd on the process as well. So what are the differences between reviewer and CC? And how do we configure this? So first of all, in order to configure, we want to go over to signer type. And in order for this to work, you have to make sure that you're doing a dynamic document here. And I have just being triggered from account. And then you want to click signer type and configure. Once you do, you'll see the options to make your signer either a signer, a reviewer, or someone who just is CC'd. So what's the difference between being a reviewer and CC? So of course, our signer, just like a normal signed document, he's assigned certain fields that he has to fill in or sign, and that's just the typical signing process. We've also added reviewer and CC. So a reviewer is someone that will get the document, and in order for the process to continue, he needs to actually confirm that the document is okay. So it's almost, maybe an approver or someone who can say, yes, I agree that this signature should go through. And our CC'er, he's going to be our person who receives the documents and the email notifications as they happen, but he doesn't actually need to confirm anything. And we'll take a look exactly how this looks. So I'm just going to hit save. And I'm going to go to Salesforce to an account just to start my process here. We'll start with your own QR. And I'll click FT Generate. And I'll trigger my signing process for signer types. So our first signer here, signer 1, will be coming straight from our account. Here it is, your own QR, that's coming from our account. And he's going to go ahead and sign the document. All right, once he has signed, we'll be getting a number of emails. So first of all, he'll of course get the email saying that he's completed, that he's signed. And so will the owner of the form. We'll also get an email for our reviewer in order to review the process. But what I want to show first is the person who's getting CC'd. So notice that this CC'd user is getting a notification that 50% complete, that your own QR, he's already signed. And now let's go over to our reviewer. And he actually has the opportunity to look at the document itself. And as you can see, he doesn't have any fields to fill out or sign, but he does get this confirm or reject button where he can decide whether or not he actually approves of this. So let's assume that our reviewer does confirm. And once he confirms, that's going to actually complete our process here. So you'll notice our reviewer got an email saying that they actually filled it out. They get a copy of the document, of course. And the person who's CC'd, while they didn't have an opportunity to actually confirm the document, they are CC'd and they do get that final document in their email as well. And of course, our main client, the first person, our signer, he gets the document once it's completed. And so does our reviewer. So as you can see, these different signer types kind of open up our possibilities of what a signer means. So we can have someone who actually fills out these fields. We can have someone who just confirms and agrees that this contract is legitimate, maybe approves, maybe rejects. And we have someone who's just CC'd who can receive the emails as the process goes along, but isn't actually involved in the process actively. One last thing I want to show you here is that all those emails that we saw can be configured. If you go down to email, and we have request reviewer, notify reviewer, and so we're actually able to configure, this is the standard email that we set up, but you can of course create a custom email for your reviewers as well. So I hope this was helpful. Just one more time, you want to go over to signer type, check the checkbox, configure, and set up what signer types you have on your project. Hope this was helpful. Hope you enjoyed this feature, and that's how it's done.